What's up, my writing weirdos? Hey, it's me again, of course, BC, coming at you. And tonight I am going to be kicking off the first chapter of Sako Tumi and Mai's collaborative book, which we're just calling Project Flambeau right now because we don't know what to call it. And I get the honor. So we did all of the outlining and brainstorming and like character profiles and everything, and you can find those in a playlist down linked below, or you can also find them on Sako's channel. She's got them linked as well in her very own playlist. So tonight I get the privilege of like kicking off our draft 0, which is really cool. So Sako's not going to be joining me tonight because we're not. How we kind of decided to do this on Monday was that like on Mondays she would stream and on Thursdays I would stream, and then those are the days that we would write, and then we would just pass off and we're just gonna like chain story this bitch until we get it done. So I am not prepared at all. Like, I know all the crap that we have prepared and we have all of that, but today, like normally when I'm thinking about kicking off a story, I spend the day like kind of running it over in my brain and just kind of imagining scenarios until I'm ready to sit down and put my fingers on the keyboard. I didn't get a chance to do that at all today. I had to work all day. It was an extremely interminably long day. We had a whole bunch of like weird stuff happen at work with like clients, and so we had to like do a whole bunch of stuff to like do all that kind of stuff. And then I had to get home. I had to run to the grocery store. I had to get cat food because we have 5 billion cats at the moment. We have 6 inside, and we have another 4, 5, or 6 outside, just depending on who shows up for food on a regular basis. So we are definitely the cat house of the block at this point. And when I did that, I had to like stuff my face full of food while I did my classwork. And I just finished my classwork like not too long ago at all. But I did have enough time to go and get something very special. So for those of you that saw on Monday and tuned in on Monday for Sako and I finishing the beats and doing the outline so that I could get kicked off tonight with the writing, here's Mama Cat. See, this is Bootsy. This is our fire at the moment who showed up pregnant at our house outside, and we brought her inside just in time for her to give birth. That was 3 weeks ago. And so now we have baby kittens. We have Loki and Buddha. We have no idea if they're male or female yet because they're a little too small to kind of tell really yet, but they're super sweet. Loki is named Loki because he keeps getting out of the nesting box and hiding in places and tricking us. And Buddha is named Buddha because kind of fluffy and like fat and likes the belly rubbed. So yes, kitties, definitely kitties. So I've got them as on like a field trip in the office tonight. They're not going to like this part at all. Let go. Whoop. Whoop. Let go. Let go. I almost dropped Loki. That would have been bad. But yeah, so it looks like Cat dropped in to hit the like button and then sprint away in order to relax, which is totally cool. I get it. I would be relaxing right now too if I had the opportunity to relax. But I want to get this started. I just don't know how productive I'm going to be. So what we're going to do tonight, it is my cat farm at the moment. Yes, Cat, I am glad that you stayed to see the kitties. So basically what we're going to do tonight, we're going to treat this like regular writing sprints, and you're going to have the opportunity to write whatever you want. We're going to do 15-minute sprints periodically, and then I'm going to chat. I'm going to talk about my woe is me because without my normal prep work, I don't know if I'm going to be able to just like jump into the story and start it out like I normally do. So it's like a total weird, unknown, like situation for me. So this should be interesting to kind of see how I do and see also how distracted I get by the kitties on the floor. So yeah. So we will, cat saw cats. Yes, it's very important for a cat to see the cats. So kind of, if you've been following along with Sako and I doing this collaborative book thing, we have, like, from inception of idea all the way through the zero draft. We've done everything so far on our streams, so you can follow that process and kind of see our back and forth and our like thought process that we've been doing, which has been really fun for me because I'm not used to working with other writers. I mean, not like hands-on on a specific project. I'm used to like bouncing ideas off of other writers and stuff like that. Like when I'm like stuck, or when I'm like trying to figure out if something is realistic or makes sense or anything like that. But I don't usually work with other writers. So, and neither does Sako. This is like her first collaborative writing project. So yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do tonight, is just have a chance to do some writing sprints. This will be my first writing sprint, like live stream, like in the past 2 months, where I'm actually writing during sprinting times. So that will be fun. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. I'm glad you could tune in. I was just saying we're going to do probably 15-minute sprints tonight. You can write whatever you want, but I am writing on a very specific project, which is Sako Tumi's and my collaborative book that we're doing together, tentatively titled Project Flambeau, working title, because that's not going to be the final title, I'm sure. I don't think she or I really like it, but it works for now. And then we have something to call crap. So yeah, I'm going to struggle a whole bunch because no prep work for today. No me just trying to do my best to create a mini movie in my head like normally. So we will get started for 15-minute sprints here in just like a minute or two. I just want to give everybody a chance to like stretch, get the documents open, drink a little water, which I don't have any water, but I do have some soda, and I'm going to drink some soda because I haven't had any all day. Yeah, so what's everybody been up to? What's everybody working on tonight? That would be cool to kind of know what all you're going to work on tonight, and like what you've been up to, like what you've been working on, kind of thing. Because like I said, it's been 2 months since I have really been on AuthorTube at all. Monday before last was like my first back, and that was with me and Sako working on this project. And I am so far behind on everything. It's not even funny. I'm like behind on everybody's videos. I tried to like remember to tune in and give likes as much as possible while I wasn't feeling well, and I was in hospital for a little while, so there was that too. So yeah, like it was just kind of rough on those 2 months, but like, you know, I tried to watch when I can, and I'm trying to get caught up now, which is like ridiculous because I'm co-writing a book with Sako, which is like a brand new project. Not brand new, but it's brand new to write it, which is like really labor intensive. And I've got a new job, and I'm going back to school, and I'm not sure what the hell I was thinking. In all honesty, not sure what I was thinking. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's get started for a 15-minute sprint. If you glance up at the screen at any point, you are going to see me make a whole lot of faces. A lot of them are going to be like, as I'm trying to figure out how to kick off this first chapter. It may not be the first chapter even. It may be somewhere in the middle. It might be something, because I don't always write chronologically. And thank goodness Sako doesn't either, because, you know, a chronological writer and a non-chronological writer would probably butt heads at some point. But neither one of us are chronological writers, which is good. So I'm probably going to like pick a spot and jump in. It might be the opening. It might not be the opening. I don't know. I'm hoping I get pretty decent word count tonight. I don't know that I will get that decent of word count, but Sako and I have like finished up all the beats and everything earlier than we like way earlier than we planned. We thought we were still gonna have to be prepping all through October and not being able to start writing until November, but we basically are like we're done a month in advance and ready to go on the writing, so we're just gonna do that and try and get as much writing done as possible. And I'm apparently going to burp a whole bunch and hiccup a whole bunch because I'm drinking soda on a stream and trying to talk at the same time. So Debbie is working on the comic strip, getting close to finishing chapter 2, so editing chapter 3. Cool. I am really looking forward to seeing this. Okay, let's go ahead and do the sharing screen thing. There we go. And Debbie is definitely a chronological writer. Yeah. I would kind of think with a comic strip you would have to be, because like your story has to match up with your visuals, and you don't want to put work into visuals and or story that you don't have to. I mean, not that any of us want to put work into our writing that we don't have to put into it, but I would think that's like double duty because you got to do both story and the visuals. So like that's 2 sets of things that you have to do. So I think it would be easier to be a chronological writer. But I will have to ask more of my comic friends, like if they are chronological writers or not. It'll be interesting to see. Okay, so we have 15 minutes on the clock. We will do a 15-minute sprint. You will probably hear kittens in the background or the mama cat at some point, because they're not, well, mama cat's not terribly fond of being like shut in the office with me. So I'm sure she's going to jump up here and annoy me because every time I try and do anything on the computer, she's up here annoying me. She has not learned that you can't be on the desk like the other kitties have learned and only kind of break sometimes. So, all right, 15 minutes on the clock, and we are going in 3, 2, 1. Sprinting! Maybe, yes, sprinting. Hey, Barbara, you're just in time for the first sprint. Whee! beep, 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 beep. All right. So, how did everybody do? As Caro's lovely timer says there at the end, that was the beautiful 15-minute timer by Caro Brown. You should totally go check out her channel and stuff. I think that's the only timer that she's like put together, but I love how simple it is. I love how it's just clean, negative space, and just a basic timer. And it's like I just love how clean it is. Because you know, I shouldn't be surprised. Cara does fantastic work. She's always super professional. She's just an amazing writer. And then on top of that, her last name is Brown. So I know she has to be spectacular because all Browns are spectacular and we just take over the world. That's just all there is to it. So, hold on. I can't get my thing to stop now. I think I got it. Yay! I love it, Andrew. Yep. That's it. I think my voice can be pretty jarring, but I think it's far better than some of those stupid timers that go off, like the alarm at the end where it's just like, kind of a thing. And it's just like, you gotta be kidding me. Like I used to use that timer all the time that had like the cute dogs on the front of it because I just liked this big picture of like this cute dog face with like snout right up front or adorable looking or whatever. But it barks at the end of it, and it's like, woof, 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 woof. And it was like, holy shit, kind of a thing. So, okay, so how did everybody do? We had a couple people pop in. Barbara popped in right at the beginning of that sprint. I'm so glad to see you, Barbara. Bonnie Phillips-Wright is here as well. Good to see you, Bonnie. Thomas Shaver is here. Good to see you. And, of course, Andrew T. popped in as well. And Devin Cuddy. Charlie Brown is awesome. Yes, all the Browns are awesome. We're just awesome. It's like Brown awesome. Like, just, yeah. So, Barbara opened Canvas, started browsing through the templates, haven't landed on the perfect one yet. There are a lot of templates to browse through. I love Canva. Canva is amazing. And if you pay the little extra and you get the Canva Pro, there's like zero limit to what you can do with it pretty much. It almost takes the place of like my Adobe Suite as far as like real basic stuff to do. So, yeah. Thomas went to write, couldn't get into it, decided to read Game of Thrones instead. Okay, I understand. So you're reading the first one in the series, right? I probably would say that the first one in the series is actually my favorite book out of the series of books. Not because it's like, I don't know, I just think it's the most realistic, the most like concisely, and that's hard to say with Martin, but most concisely written, and it's the most tightly woven of all the books. Like the story gets way more intriguing, as you go along, but it also gets a little more far-fetched and it's a little harder to like suspend your disbelief a little bit. The first one I think is really awesome. So Barbara's got, the Canva Pro version, which is so cool. Love that version. Okay, so for those of you who know what I'm doing tonight, for those of you who don't know what I'm doing tonight, although probably most of you do, I am basically kicking off the zero draft of Sako Tumi and Mai's book together, which is the working title, Project Flambeau. It's the one that we have been working on our streams, collaboratively, like together, from inception of idea to putting together a Pinterest board full of ideas. You can find it on my Pinterest boards, on her Pinterest boards. I can't recall her Pinterest off the top of my head. It might be Sako Tumi, but it might be Voit, or it might be Psycho Sako. I'm not sure. Psycho Sako Studios, maybe. I think that's it, actually. It might be linked down below. I can't remember if I have put it down below or not, but the rest of her social media is all down below. My Pinterest is BC Brown Books, so yeah, pretty easy. That's pretty much all my socials. So I am kicking off the zero draft. And I didn't get to do, like I said earlier, I didn't get to do what I normally do when I'm planning on kicking off a zero draft of a manuscript. I didn't get to like spend all day with a little mini movie playing in my head. So I literally just had to like skim our outline real quick and just see what popped into my head. So I don't feel like I did too poorly. Let me do my word count real quick. I got 180 words, which I don't think is too poorly for, again, not having the vaguest freaking idea where I was going to kick off at. And I'm pretty sure I did actually start this off at the very beginning. I won't know that until till she and I go back through and we're rereading stuff and figuring out, is this really the beginning? It's not really the beginning. It's not really the beginning, kind of a thing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So Thomas reading the first one. Yep. How are these since high school? It's definitely better now than it was when yeah, you get a lot more out of it. I think so. I read the first Game of Thrones book. I actually got it. My ex-husband and I owned a game store in a town in Illinois where we were living at the time. And we got a huge box of books that were the covers ripped off and everything that somebody had just dropped on our doorstep and had donated. A whole bunch of sci-fi fantasy books, a couple of detective novels, stuff like that. Well, Game of Thrones was in there. So I grabbed it, and I was just using it as a shop book, something to keep me busy when people weren't in there. I wasn't cleaning, I wasn't doing inventory, I wasn't doing bookkeeping, whatever. And I started reading it, and I got engrossed in it. And I got to the very end of the book, and my husband's like, "So what's it even about?" And I was like, "I have no freaking clue, but it's really good, and I got to keep reading it." So yeah. But I've reread again since then. I mean, of course, I had to go back because at the time that I got that book, Martin had only written the first 3, and we were still waiting on that elusive 4th book. And so by the time the 4th book finally came out, I had to go back and reread. And I got even more, even though I was already an adult when I read it the first time, I got even more out of it the second time because, the more you read it, the more nuanced your reading of it gets, and the more you pick up little things and stuff like that. So I have to give Martin some credit. While I don't love while I don't love a lot of the tropes and things like that he uses, while I particularly have difficulty with him using rape and sexual assault tropes and violence, particularly towards women, those tropes, I have to give him credit that he created a beautiful world that the television show absolutely destroyed. That it started off so good, and then destroyed. But it did give us the brilliant Maisie Williams, just did give us some brilliant acting and did give us some brilliant costume design and set design and stuff like that. Debbie got 57 words and helped hubby with Photoshop assignments. Fun. So my partner doesn't do, he can do Photoshop, he just doesn't do it very much. And really he doesn't really have any call to do it either. He works in construction, he does maintenance on construction equipment and stuff like that, but he also helps out with the construction materials and all of that stuff in his downtime. And then he's going to school for cybersecurity. So really he doesn't have much call for using Photoshop, but he tinkers with it sometimes. I use it not so much in my current job, but I used it a lot, of course, when I was doing marketing and doing PR work. So I kind of miss tinkering with it sometimes. But then again, I don't miss tinkering with it. I don't know. I do and I don't. I really, really, really wish you guys could see the puffballs of kittens on the floor, curled up on their, they would just finish nursing on their mom, and it's just finished nursing, and they're so sweet, and they're just little puffy 3-week-old little puff furs, so cute. They look like tribbles, the way they're curled up on the floor. And it's so great. Debbie's husband is in school for game design, and he's rarely used it ever. Yeah, I don't I don't know that I would see it coming up very much for game design. My niece went to school initially. She went into IT because she was interested in game design. And like, she doesn't do that now that she's out of college and everything. She's got a great job doing like, it's really hard to describe what she does. She like leads a team of software engineers that do software development for and like user experience, like UX type development for like USAA. It's really cool what she does. So yeah, it's so cute, Andrew. I did show them off at the beginning of the video. So if you get a chance to go back and like just touch and hit the beginning of the video, I showed off Mama Cat, and then I showed off Loki and Muda. Those are the two kittens right now. No idea what gender they are, because they're only 3 weeks old, so they're still a little tiny. It's still a little hard to tell if those outies are actual outies or if they're just, poochies. Kind of a thing. So, probably just going to do more writing because I'm trying to knock out as much writing as I can tonight. So, Sako will be streaming again on this upcoming Monday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. She will be picking up wherever I left off tonight or the next couple of days if I have time to put into it. We're going to do as much writing as we can during the streams so that you guys actually see what's going on during the streams and like see all of the production going into it. But obviously, since it's only going to be like 2 hours per each of us, like once a week, you know how that is. It just, in order to finish an actual manuscript, you just got to put more time into it than that. So I'm sure we're going to be doing some writing like in between kind of a thing. But again, I have a new job. I'm going to school. I'm fostering cats, and the new project. Plus, I still have my paranormal mystery second draft that I'm working on, and I still have to dedicate some time to that. And I know Sako's got her project she's working on, and I just totally forgot the name of it. I can remember the sanguine part, sanguine series or sacrifice. I think it's sacrifice. The sanguine sacrifice that she's working on. And so there's going to be that too. And if you guys are wondering why I'm so jittery tonight, like I said, I'm exhausted. It was a really long day at work. I had classwork right before this. I had to go grocery shopping right before this as well. I had to stuff food in my face hole right before this video. And I did that with also stuffing a whole bunch of sugar in me. So I'm really hopped up on sugar and soda and stuff just so I can get through the stream tonight. It's all for y'all. Okay, so let's do another sprint. I'm gonna go back to Caro's timer because I like Caro's timer so much. It's a 15-minute timer, so we will do a 15-minute sprint. Let me get there. Let me see if it's gonna start from the beginning or if it's gonna be stupid and have it at the end of it, and then I will share it on screen. And then I'm gonna try and get back into the little mini movie in my head. I think I've got the little mini movie on pause right at the moment. So I'm hoping I'll be able to just click play and that movie will start back up again. But I'm sure if you guys glance at the screen, there's still gonna be a whole lot of me chewing on my nails and making confusing faces and or making blank face because I do that a lot. Okay. Starting off with 15 minutes on the clock. All right. We will get going in 3, 2, 1. Spree! Baby beep, baby beep, baby beep, baby beep. How did everybody do? I did okay. I feel like I did better than I did before. So let me just put a stop on my other screen real quick. And boop, 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 boop. Okay. So I feel like I did better. Eva popped in. Hey, Eva, good to see you. Things are good. I'm all sugared up. I'm working on the 0 draft of Sako Tumi's and my's book because we finished the outline and all the brainstorming and all the character development and the profiles and all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm real sugared up. You can see. I love you too. And I have, in the backstage, I have Sako Tumi! Hey, hey, how's it going, girl? Oh, hold on. I have, like, no sound.
Oh, is that better?
I cannot hear you.
Okay.
That's better. Cool. I thought it was me at first.
Totally on my end. I just spent way too much time in a car. So I'm looking forward to not being in a car and hanging out with you guys.
Cool. So I pretty much explained to everybody what we were doing with the whole Monday Thursday thing, and that we were going to chain story it and I gave everybody like the highlight reel, my very quick rambled, sugared up highlight reel. Yeah, it was a long ass day. Lots of homework to do. And I had to do my class and then the homework when I got home, and then go to the grocery store and feed myself and all that stuff. And so I sugared myself up something serious so that I could get through the stream tonight and get some writing done. Plus, I needed to sugar myself because I needed to jazz my brain. I didn't have time today at work to like mini movie in my head like I normally do. I'm gonna kick off a story.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and so like tonight I'm like going into a blind, but I did like 180 words the first time on the first sprint that we did, and then let me see what I did this last time. So the last time I did 283 words.
Cool.
So about 400 words or so, which is not bad for 2 sprints so far, and not getting the mini movie in my head leading up to it.
Very cool.
Andrew T got some notes done for class, which is cool. Debbie got 108 words done, and Barbara got a short video done working on audio now.
Cool. I
have to get back to doing videos, like not just streams, like actual videos at some point. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't know if I can add that right now. I just don't know. It's probably it's gonna be a few weeks before I can do that. I know I want to start talking about D&D and stuff, which those will be easy. I won't say those will be easy, but they'll be easier to do, I think. I don't know. I tend to ramble when it comes to D&D, and then I get all excited and just start like fangirling and nerding out. So, but yeah. So anyway, so where you were in the car today, what all were you doing?
So today was self-care day, and a witchy friend of mine was having a bonfire under the full moon tonight, and I felt the need to go and dance around the bonfire in the light of the full moon. So I drove the hour and a half. Well, it turned out to be 2.5 hours down, and then 2 hours back, and only an hour there, which is lame. So
yeah, especially when you have to cut it short because of the commute time. But so, are you guys having a harvest moon too? Because we have a harvest moon. Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure. I wasn't sure if the harvest moon would be like the same in all the time zones, or if it would be weird. But yeah, I was excited when I was coming back from the store, and I could just kind of slightly see the silhouette of the shape of the moon, and I was like, oh, it's a harvest moon tonight. I'm so excited about it.
Awesome.
Okay, so the kittens are on the floor in the office again, and they're laying like crisscrossed over each other, and they're cleaning each other's paws. Like, it's so cute. So cute. Just a few minutes ago, I had to like really concentrate during that sprint because the mama cat was playing with the kittens. Like she was like pinning them by the neck, and then she'd like stop pinning them and let them pin her by the neck, and then she'd pin them by the neck again. So she's like teaching them how to play. And so now they're playing with each other. Now they're like fighting each other, like sort of.
That's so cute.
I know. And it's so crazy because they're only like 3 weeks old, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway. Hi, pronoun I.
Hi, pronoun.
Good to see you, writing weirdo. I don't think I've seen you on one of my streams before. Maybe you have been, but I don't really think so. So hi, welcome. Sako and I are co-writing a book together, and we've been streaming like the whole process from inception to like vision boards to the zero draft, which is what I am working on tonight. Sako will be working on whatever the hell she feels like working on.
Okay. I have some Inktober / Drawloween stuff that I think I need to finish. So
cool. Yeah. So since you are here now, Sako, why don't you go ahead and tell folks who you are?
Howdy, howlers! I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. Tonight I'm pulling the art card, the graphic design card, and doing illustrations for Drawloween. So if you are looking to market yourself as an author, or you are looking to be a witchy or witch, please drop by my channel. I would love to see you.
Yes, and she has awesome stuff. And you can just like chill and have coffee with her too sometimes. Really nice. Hey, Adam, good to see you. Always glad to have you here. And yes, is the pronoun Aya's first time here. So
yeah, and pronoun's been hanging around my streams quite a bit. We've been spending quite a bit of time together, so it's really cool to see pronoun like hopping around.
Cool. I like that. All right. Yeah, so we've basically we've done 2 15-minute timers so far tonight. I'm just gonna do 15-minute sprints because they're the ones that I like doing the most. Like cool. I can stay focused.
Sure.
I can go longer than that 15 minutes, and I'm like, you know, I got kitten distractions. I spend the whole time like rereading it, like doing all that stuff. So I figured just, you know, the 15-minute sprints and everything. So well, we know what Sako's working on now. Pronoun I and Autumn, what are you guys working on tonight?
Yeah.
Cool to find out. The reason I'm glancing over here is because I'm just resetting the timer for our next time around.
Cool.
Well, Mama has now broken up the play fighting between the kittens and is like forcing them to bathe. It's kind of like with any baby toddler. They're supposed to be having bath time, and all they want to do is play.
Yeah.
Dang it! Stop. Okay. There's such a delay between one screen and the other screen, and it just drives me nuts.
Yep.
Whatever. We're just gonna start the next sprint with like a few seconds not at the beginning.
Okay.
Because I can't get it there. Now, Autumn is reading Heaven Sent. I don't think I've read that one. And pronoun I is just going to be brainstorming if they don't fall asleep.
I feel you.
The
falling asleep thing is like, I'm so close.
I know it's so late. Like it's so late for you, and I feel like I shouldn't be as tired as I am, but I'm freaking exhausted. It's just been a long day, and so it's just like, but I'm excited. Like Monday when we got finished and everything, it was like I really, really, really had to like stop myself on Tuesday from like coming straight home from work and just immediately writing on the project.
Oh, you could have.
Well, I could have, but I really wanted to kick it off on tonight's stream.
Aww.
Like I will write in between streams because realistically, we're going to have to. I will write in between streams after this one, but I wanted to like do the actual kickoff live on a stream since we've done everything else on the streams so far.
I feel you.
Yeah. Autumn is hanging at work. I'm glad that you decided to hang with us. I like that you get to read while you're at work. I don't have any, that's the one thing I can say with this job is I don't, other than breaks and lunch, I don't have any like downtime. And there's really not enough downtime like during my breaks and my lunch even to really read. I have enough time to like get up and move around and get blood flowing and like eat some food. And that's it. This new job isn't keeping me pretty busy, which I enjoy.
Yay.
But I also wish I had some downtime because that'd be nice. Because the last job I had, I could do when I was doing marketing managing for the nonprofit. If I got to a place where there was a lull or I was like thinking or brainstorming or doing whatever, I could kind of read a little bit and like we could take a brain break basically. Like it was encouraged to occasionally take a brain break, which was just to get up and give your brain a chance to not be working, kind of a thing.
That's lovely.
Yeah. I mean, they were really nice. They even brought in yoga mats for us and like stuff like that so that we could just like do physical stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, we were encouraged to walk around the inside of the building, and it was a completely locked down building because it was inside of a school, so we were like really safe. Inside of a school that was no longer actually a school. It was just, it had been cleared out.
Right.
And so like we were encouraged to walk around and like do all that stuff, like take actual brain breaks, which was really nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. But this new one, we're a little too hopping to do that. Yeah. But I like it. Okay, so I'm thinking probably another, if I don't keep getting distracted by kittens, probably another 15-minute sprint.
Okay.
Sounds good. So yeah, we're going to start with 4 seconds down because I can't get it to go back to the beginning. For some reason, it will not go all the way back. And it's probably my screen being stupid. So, all right, we're going to start it in 3, 2, 1, sprint. Yeah, okay. How did everybody do? Beep, beep, beep. All right, Stu. Yes. How did everybody do? I didn't do too bad. Pronoun I wants to know if that's a thermal mug filled with coffee at least.
No, it is not.
Yep.
It is full of.
Hi, Meadow. Good to see you.
It is full of pumpkin spice milkshake.
Ooh. So, that sounds so comforting.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. Meadow is cooking dinner right now, which is cool.
No.
Where you at, Meadow? It's kind of late. If you're on the East Coast, kind of real late for dinner, but maybe you're closer to me than I thought you were. I thought you were on the East Coast. But anyway, Bonnie is happy and love, and she's so glad that we're back.
Yay!
I am too.
I am too.
So how'd you get done on your artsy Drawloween?
It is done. I'm just putting it on social media and stuff now.
Cool. I managed 262 words that time.
Cool.
So I'm starting to kind of loosen up a little bit more, and like the movie's starting to actually play in my head. So I will probably, so what I'm thinking I'm probably going to do is try and, I mean, we've got time for another sprint and everything tonight, but I will probably work a little bit more on it tomorrow, and hopefully a little bit more on it on Sunday, like when my partner goes to sleep, to take his nap before work. So hopefully I'll have a chance to work on it then too. And then you can jump in on Monday. And then, so hopefully that'll get me closer to the 1,000-word mark. So yes, Brennan, I agree. It sounds yum. And I really want one now. Debbie got 148 words done, which is awesome because I know that Debbie's working on the comic tonight, so that's cool. Andrew T still taking some notes. So those are important. Like I'm really big on taking notes. Like I jot notes all the time to help me like focus and help me remember stuff. So like I never used to think in school like taking notes was that big of a deal. Like I could do something else and like not necessarily take notes. But I had a better memory when I was in school than I mean, I guess I'm still in school because I'm back in school again. But I mean, like when I was younger, like school.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So yeah. Brennan and I wrote 150 words and is creating fictional parasites. Okay.
Neat.
Interesting. Like literal parasites, or like I guess they would be literal parasites. I can't think they'd be anything else, but you know, whatever. All right. So you're all asleep. What?
Oh, they're such sleepies. Sleepy kitties.
Oh, it's a sleepy little Loki. Woke him up.
Oh, look at that sleepy kitty.
So sleepy. So I came home today. So he's the one that gets out of the nesting box a lot, but he doesn't usually go further than the towels and like the little pillows and stuff that we have like barricading off the nesting box. But today I come home and he's just wandering around the mud room, which is the room that we've got like cordoned off for him and Mama Cat, for them and Mama Cat. And like he's just like walking around like a grown-up cat, just walking around the whole mud room. And I'm just like, okay, there's no more keeping you bound up. Like Loki's just gonna do what he wants to do.
Oh, kitten.
Yeah. All right, I put you back down. My Mama's sleeping, Buddha's sleeping. I woke you up. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's probably thinking like, bitch, woke me up. So Barbara's uploading a short promo vid. Oh, Meadows in Oregon. Okay, I have no idea why I thought you were on the East Coast. I just thought you were on the East Coast for some reason. I've got like everybody off in my brain, like where people are at. Like I know where Sako's at. I know where Sako's at. I know where Caro's at. I know where Dana's at. Because Caro and Dana are right here in Arizona with me. Caro is like across the street from me practically. So.
Yeah. I'm too tired to put it on social media today.
Okay. You don't have to. We'll look for it. You gave us a teaser, so now we have to be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that way too. God. Yeah, Meadow says it's still pretty late to be cooking dinner, but the husband gets off work at 9:15. Like to have dinner fresh when he gets home. That's nice of you.
That's nice.
Mine gets up sometime around like 10 p.m. because he works nights. So like we get like a half an hour where we see each other anymore lately, at least until I start working more from home. But I can't do that for a little while longer. So since I'm new at this job. Yeah, I know Loki and Buddha are so cute. Yeah, Loki's already back asleep. Like, it was nothing. There are monster parasites for when my character reads through a book and there's all these weird parasites that she didn't know about. Okay. I'm intrigued. Devin's still in Canada. I know where you're at, Devin. I know where the Canada people are. I know where they are too. Oh, Debbie, I didn't know you were in Arizona. Cool. Well, Caro and I are here in Phoenix, and Dana's down in Tucson, and I think Alec is in Phoenix as well, and there's a couple more people in Phoenix and Timmy and like around the general area. Yep, kitties. Meadow works from home, stay-at-home mom. Very important job. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it at all. But your kiddo's like super cute. I like everybody's kiddos. I just don't want one. I'm the perfect aunt. I'm like, everybody's kids are great. Here, let me give them back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Devin wishes that he was in Arizona. No, you don't. We had it was a record high for October today for us. It was 107.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's supposed to like summer is supposed to be done. We wait with bated breath for October 1st every year because the monsoons are supposed to be done, and we usually start seeing like temperatures drop below 100. And now, granted, they're still like in the high 90s, but that's like way doable for us. But like today hit 107, and all of us are like, motherfuckers. You know, kind of. It was just like we were all screaming 2020 today. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much all it was. Oh, Debbie's in El Mirage. Okay, cool. I know where that is. I don't think I've ever actually been there, but I know where it is. Alec is in Tucson. Okay, I knew Alec somewhere here in Arizona. I just couldn't remember where. Pronoun I wish I was in Ireland.
Ireland is the best.
Me too. I have never been, and I want to go so badly.
Check out Groupon. You can find like some hella deals for.
Yeah, I just like finding the time is really the problem. It's not usually it's not usually the financial source. It's finding the time when my partner and I can both be off work, not have projects going on. I mean, right now it sucks because we've got the house and we've got all these projects going on now.
Right.
But so usually it's not the financials. Usually it's totally about the time and the time corresponding with each other. Like, I don't know if he wants to go to Ireland. I do though, so he can kiss my ass at some point. We're going.
Yeah, we did like a tour of Southern Ireland. We basically did a loop all across the south and then back over again. So I never got to see like Game of Thrones land or anything like
Um,
that, or Belfast or any of that. But like Galway and Limerick and just and the people are so sweet and polite and oh, it's so lovely.
yeah. The like yeah, I mean, I have cousins there, like first cousins, second cousins, whatever, there, and we talk on a fairly regular basis. And they're always like, "You can come visit. You could stay with us. You know, it's no big deal. We'll take you around. We'll show you places. Show you our favorite places." I just never gotten to go. I just
Yeah.
like I keep putting it off, which I need to stop doing, really. But like now is not exactly a good time to
A
travel.
great time to travel, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe with some care and some. It's not like Ireland's like closed its borders and it's not accepting tourism or anything, like some places. But I don't know. I don't know. It's probably cheap as hell to go right now.
I thought like the U.S. was basically on the no-fly sort of list.
Depends on like not everyone has put the like most places are like limiting how many U.S. tourists can come in.
Mm-hmm.
Only a few places have been like no fly.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a thing. So I don't know. I haven't checked with I haven't really looked into like traveling. Like the most for me traveling right now is like I go to some place other than a grocery store. Um,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I actually went out to dinner.
Yeah.
That's traveling for me right now. So Devin says that cold weather triggers their health problems and living in Canada is problematic. Well, no shit.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, Arizona would probably be better. And if you love heat, you'll love Arizona. So Andrew T, I don't work from home, but I'm a stay-at-home man.
Yeah.
Meadows' grandma is from England, so she has a ton of family over there that would totally host me if I visited. Yeah, I would do that too. I would do that too. But I'm pretty sure we are on like the U.S. is on a no-fly list for England at the moment, for most of like the UK.
Yeah.
All right, let's do another sprint, and then that should kind of take us. Yeah, that should kind of take us right up to the end of like 2 hours, and we'll be able to chat for the last few minutes and do outros and everything.
Cool.
Bonnie Phillips says handwriting.
Yay, handwriting.
I can't handwrite anything. Like my brain just seizes up. It's like screw you. You want me to hand-eye coordination? Nope, can't do that. But like I could type anything with no problem. I've never really been able to handwrite stuff. I've always used a typewriter, a word processor, or a computer.
Uh,
I mean, I can write notes, but that's about it. Devin's ancestors were from England. A few of mine were too, I think. I don't know. I'm a mix. I'm mostly Irish. That's all I know. Mostly Irish, smattering of French, a little bit of English thrown in there, I think. Never really looked at it too closely. Although I do have an aunt and an uncle who are genealogists, so they've done like the uh, the brown side of the family and like done all of that like really extensively, like all the way back to knights and whatever. They're really proud of all that. I was like, I don't really care. I just know where I'm mostly from. Okay, let's do another 15 minutes. Let's see if I can't get a little more done on Project Flambeau. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, speed. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so how did everybody do? We had a couple people jump in. Jeannie is here. Good to see you. And Spence is here as well. Good to see you, lovely. We just been doing some writing sprints. What we've been doing. And let me see. Yep, I got a Buddha underneath me. Buddha! Okay. Yeah, little Buddha wandering around while Loki gets a bath. Another bath. Anyway, so how did everybody do? I did pretty well. Honestly, I can't really remember where I left off the last time, like where I started up this time. I think this is where I started up this time, but maybe not. So my numbers might be off just a little bit. But I got, I think, 286 words this time.
Nice.
So for the night, for the stream, yes, Buddha, yes, squeaky, squeaky, you're sliding. So for the stream tonight, I got 932 words. Yeah, so I'm not upset with that word count, especially because, you know, it's just kicking off and the mini movie's not quite there yet. So, thanks, Spence. I am very happy to be back as well. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be back. Meadow finished cooking some dinner and sat down to eat. Debbie got 105 words. Yep, it's a little bean, a little fat Buddha bean. Little fat Buddha bean. Meadow's hubby just got home. Pronoun I was so deep into brainstorming that the alarm kind of startled me. It does that to me all the time. I think that's like it does it to all of us. Like we're all just like, you know, like just startled by the alarms, no matter what the alarms are, whether they're really, really like nice light alarms, whatever. We're just like, oh, holy crap, all of a sudden. So Spence filmed, edited, and voiceovered, thumbnailed, and started uploading a video. So they're reorganizing their temporary office. All right, well, a little crow. Yeah. Anyway, but that was really cool. That's a lot. Yeah, Spence. Their ears are still really floppy. They don't stand up yet, so their ears are still really floppy and kind of too big for their heads. All right, Buddha, I'll put you down now. I'm not hurting him, I promise. There you go. He just is not happy with me. Okay, so yeah. Just shy of 1,000 words for the night, which is not bad. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. With being able to, you know, like call it a decent start. So I'll probably, like I said, fiddle with it a little bit more over the next couple of days as I have time, just to add to it. And then Sako, you will get a chance to, on Monday, jump in and take over. And hopefully you like the way I started it out. Or don't even write off of what I wrote. Write whatever you want, you know.
Cool.
So... Barbara finished their project. Bonnie's like, Sako, wake up.
Oh, man.
I was more than happy to let you just, like, chill there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So Barbara wants to cuddle a kitten. I've got, like, a dozen of them, you know, like right now, that plenty of cuddle. And most of them are kittens. Like, the only adult cat that we have is my 3-year-old Voit. Like, so we have our 2 kittens that we adopted back in May, I think it was, like the middle of May. They're like now adolescent. And then Mama Cat is only maybe a month or so older than our adolescent cats are. And then all of the cats outside, which one is Mama Cat's sibling, because we know because they look almost identical. And like they're the same size and everything. And then there are 4... what we're affectionately calling the Grays. because they're gray tabby. Like they're just little gray tabbies. So they are named Kirk, Spock, Bones, and Mouse.
Cute.
Mouse is the root. So, and then there is another one that I think is Mama Cat's sibling, but it's a fluffier version of her and way feral. Like won't come anywhere near us when even the food's out. Like I can only peek at him through the window kind of thing.
Oh.
So, you know, so those are plus the baby kittens.
Mm-hmm.
6 inside and at least 6 outside that we're feeding. So cat food is starting to get expensive, especially because it's almost all kitten food that we're having to buy. So it's like
high calorie.
It's high calorie, high protein. So it's harder to find, and they only sell it in small bags.
Yeah.
Like they I'm sure I could probably go online and find it in a larger a larger bag, but I haven't done that yet. I've just been too lazy, not had enough time. So Bonnie has had an espresso, probably going to be up all night. Yeah, I gave up. So I came home and like shoved a bunch of sugar in my face so that I could be up for the stream. And I thought about cracking open a caffeinated soda, but I just got a decaf. Like I just got a Sprite for the sugar because I thought as soon as I put that caffeine in my system, there's no way I'm going to sleep. And I need to go to sleep because tomorrow I've got to do at work. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Spence. Being a catless cat lady sucks. It really does suck. But, you know, I have plenty. I have way too many, actually. Like, we didn't plan on fostering and doing stuff like that. We just planned on having our 3 cats. And then Mama Cat showed up pregnant, and we got the 2 babies out of it that survived. And then all the other strays that showed up outside, and I just can't let them be all malnourished and emaciated and everything outside my house. So, okay, so that was pretty much it for tonight. I hope everybody got a lot of stuff done. I'm really glad that you guys came and hung out with me. I'm glad that Sako made it back after self-care and dancing under the full moon. Would have loved that. To have done that myself, so it would have been great. And, yeah, so, I don't know, Sako, what do you think about, well, no, not yet. Okay. I was going to say, think about, like, showing some of the writing, like, on the screen.
Up to you.
As we're doing it. Another thing.
Yeah. Up to you.
Yeah, I think I will show a little bit. So we'll give you just a little preview, a little sneak peek, a little taste before the end. Okay. So what's in red is our outline that we're working off of. What is black is what I wrote tonight. So Daisaku Watson clicked open his email to find more than 400 awaiting messages in the inbox. Briefly, he skimmed the senders and subject lines, mostly garbage. Nothing but shadows and conspiracy theories, but there were a few promising candidates he'd need to study further. What caught his eye, however, were 2 particular messages from senders that almost never contacted him unless it meant something real. The bounty hunter clicked open the first message. It was brief, like he'd come to expect. Torres, Justicia, 15, juvie. Arson, vandalism, homicide. Your kind of case. Trust me, G. He frowned. While arson and homicide were often in his line of work, Daisaku made it a point to stay away from juvenile cases. And the 20-year veteran of the Los Angeles police force who sent him the email knew it too. So what made her so sure he'd take this particular case? Daisaku closed the message with the scowl still on his face and clicked into the next. Not nearly as terse as the previous email, it was no less vague and confusing. D, we need to talk, but not here, and definitely not on the phone. In fact, come warded. I know you usually like more information, but you'll just have to trust me this time. I need your help, and you're the only person I can think of that can both help me and that I can trust. K. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's a little bit of the intro. just a little bit. So anyway, so everybody, thank you so much tonight. Sako, do you want to do an outro or do you just want to fall asleep?
Howdy, howlers. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking to market yourself as an author, or you are looking to be a wish you're a witch, please drop by my channel, for I would love to see you.
Woohoo! And that's Sako's foot.
Foot
with cute sock.
With my Ouija socks.
Ouija socks. All right, writing weirdos, you know who I am. I am BC, and this is my channel, BC Brown Books, where we get weird about words in the ways that only writers can. We write them, and we talk about writing them, and sometimes we talk about other stuff. But mostly, we talk about writing and do writing. So I will be streaming on Thursday nights on my channel at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, Phoenix Time, however you want to think about it. And I will be streaming specifically writing on this project, Project Flambeau, which is Sako and I's collaborative book that we are writing together. It is a paranormal horror story that we have done from inception live on stream with y'all, and some of your input and stuff like that. So basically, you can find me at all the social medias at BC Brown Books. Sako will be streaming on Mondays, doing her portion of the writing of this book. And sometimes I will be there and sometimes I won't. Sometimes Sako will be here on Thursdays with me. Sometimes she won't. It just depends on how our go and lives go, kind of a thing. But anyway, she will be on Mondays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Phoenix Time, Mountain Standard Time, whatever. And that's pretty much it for this evening. So thank you, Writing Weirdos, for coming out. Loved seeing you all. I am so happy to be back. And Sako will see you on Monday, and I will see you next Thursday. See ya.